Hello, world.
And we're locked in. NFL Week 8 locked in picks. We do it every week. Week 7 is arguably our best week ever, and that was the first week we've ever agreed on every single game. I didn't do the statistics or the percentages. I believe you did, and it was amazing, wasn't it?
We were 11 out of 14, which is 78%. And people might be like, oh, wow, 78%, or that's not great. 11 out of 14. You try it at home, folks. It's amazing if you think about that. I think actually it was 87% my fault. 87%.
Do you know my favorite number?
87? 11?
I spoiled it. I almost said new favorite number. It's 87.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 87% correct.
Our picks were awesome. Let's go with one of your big locked in. You're like 100% the Rams are going to win. They still look amazing. They're 7-0. I told you, Max, my locked-in upset pick of the week. I persuaded you, and you were smart enough to see it and realize it and come to the good side. The Lions beat the Dolphins.
Yeah, dude, you called it. And like I said, when stuff makes sense, you're clicking, and I see the brain juices flowing. I'm not going to be arrogant. I'm not going to be stubborn. I got new information, new data. Why wouldn't I take it?
I agree.
I'm okay. I put my pride to the side. Dave is right. We're a team. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take it. And you were correct. I jumped on the bandwagon, which made we were correct.
Let's put a bow around that week. Is there anything that transcended the week for you? That Hail Mary play by the Bears, they caught it the one. Was there any play or player or team that you're up on, down on, something that jumped out at you last weekend?
Not necessarily, but you hit on it. My 100% locked in was that the Rams are going to win. And it may seem like, okay, it's a given. They're going to win. They're playing the 49ers without Jimmy Garoppolo. Yeah. But I think it's something that people just take for granted now, because how many upsets have we seen so far in this season? Or so many teams, like how many teams have come in unmotivated or their guard is down? I think it's impressive to see them come in every week and look motivated and perform and win every time.
Oh, they're 7-0. Uber impressive. My thing is, how about Blake Bortles getting benched for the Jaguars?
How many times have I said the quarterback is the most important position in the league?
Yep.
And I've never been impressed with Blake Bortles. Never have I ever put my trust in Blake Bortles, and never will I.
Okay, here we go, guys. Week 8, NFL picks, of course. I have not seen Max's. Max has not seen Dave's. We are going to get locked in. We start Thursday Night Football on Fox. The Miami Dolphins travel to the Houston Texans. You're Deshaun Watson. The Texans have won 4 straight games. Max, first game, the floor is yours.
I cheated. I looked at your paper. I think this is the first disagreement, and usually I'm a Deshaun Watson guy.
Yeah.
But they just came off a victory, correct?
4 straight victories.
4 straight victories. They're looking good. And that being said, no, I'm playing. The Dolphins just lost.
Yes.
So what is your kind of motto? That's everybody's motto?
When a team is too high, they usually lose. And when an NFL team is too low, they'll bounce back.
So that's kind of my motto here.
Okay.
I think maybe the Texans come down to earth, and I'm pretty sure I'm the minority here. I'm pretty sure everybody has the Texans winning this game. They're at home. I don't have a lot of great content or information, and I shouldn't be saying that on the podcast, but I will admit it when I don't. And I don't have a good reason to explain why, other than what you just said. After a high and a low, it's just a gut feeling. It's just a plain gut feeling that I'm probably going to be incorrect on, so don't bet your money on this one. But if you do, I told you so. I'm taking the Dolphins over the Texans.
Everything about you in life, I've never seen you on a seesaw. You're usually all in. LeBron James is the GOAT. Conor McGregor is going to beat Khabib. He was going to beat Floyd. You're all in. Even when you're right, and sometimes even when you're wrong, you're usually more right than wrong. That's why you're locked in, because I give you credit where credit's due. But you sound like you're on a seesaw. So I was 54-46 Texans, but you were on that seesaw. That makes me even more on the Texans. Guys, they're at home. It's a Thursday night football game. It's a short week, so Miami has to travel to Miami to Houston. I don't like the travel date. They just lost. I like the Texans, guys. I had them winning the NFC South, the AFC South, and I still do. They won 4 straight games. I think they're going to keep this winning streak going. I got the Texans winning 30-17.
All right, we broke our streak of agreement. There we go. 1 disagreement. Now going into game 2. I'll let you take the floor. The Jacksonville Jaguars at home against the Philadelphia Eagles.
Okay. This game is in London, and Jacksonville has been really good in London. There's even a rumor talked about that they would even think about moving over there, honestly, because the NFL wants a team in London. I like the Eagles in this game, though. They just lost. They were beating the Panthers 17-0, so everyone thinks that they're down because they lost to Carolina. I think the opposite, kind of like my down effect. They're pissed off. They should have won that game. They beat Carolina 3 quarters, and they lost the 4th. So I got Philly going into London and beating the Jaguars. I don't trust Blake Bortles. I don't trust Cody Kessler, the backup quarterback. I got Carson Wentz, the better quarterback, the better team.
Who's Cody Kessler? No, I'm playing. Okay, but for all those reasons, actually, why I'm going with the Jaguars. So in another disagreement,
can we go 14 for 14?
Maybe. So they're, like you said, they play well at London. Like they're
really well.
So you could say home crowd.
Yes.
Okay. So and it's an emotional team. The Eagles are coming off a tough loss, but so are the Jaguars. So I think an emotional team at home, and when an emotional team gets on a streak. They're called Saxonville. They kind of get a little egotistical and a little too full of themselves. But now I think they were kind of brought down to earth. I don't think they're a Super Bowl contending team, but I do think they have a chip on their shoulder now, and they're hungrier than ever. So I'm going to go with the Jaguars at home over the Eagles. That's 2 disagreements so far.
I love it. Last week we were 14 for 14. This week we're 2 for 2. Disagreement. All right, let's keep on going. The Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes, they beat the Bengals last week in impressive fashion.
Yeah.
He's the MVP of the league.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. They're playing the Denver Broncos. I don't think we have to talk a lot about it. The Chiefs are at home, better team, better quarterback. I just have the Chiefs rolling over Denver.
Okay, we're in agreement. First agreement of the week, okay. Chiefs over Denver Broncos. Next game, Dave. I'm taking the floor.
Okay, take it.
I'm taking the floor. We have the Steelers and the Browns. Now, this was like the first game of the season, I believe, right, between the two teams, and they had a draw?
Yes, you're right. In overtime, and Cleveland kind of had them beat. They should have kicked the field goal, and there was a turnover. Good call, Max.
Okay, so here we go. I think Big Ben has kind of found his rhythm a little bit. The offense, obviously, Tomlin. I think at home, and Pittsburgh plays very well at home. They're an emotional team. And I think they take the Browns more serious than ever, especially after what happened the first time they played. I think the Steelers go into this game hungry, motivated, and they understand who the Browns are, and they win this game at home.
100% agree. Better team, better quarterback, and the AFC is starting to shape up, guys. The Chiefs got a lot of wins. New England's won 4 or 5 games in a row. So the Steelers need to win games. They need to get a good seed in the postseason. So let's not mess around. It's a divisional game. They will beat the Browns 35-17.
Okay, we are having an agreement, and now we get into the Redskins at my New York Giants. Do you want to take it, or since it's the Giants, you want me to take it?
Yeah,
how do you feel about it?
I'll lead you, and I'll pass it to you for the open for 3. Washington's in first place in the NFC East. They just beat the Dallas Cowboys. They're on the road against the Giants. The Giants look pretty good against Atlanta Monday Night Football. I was actually impressed. They had a really good second half. Odell was awesome once again. So we got Washington in first place in the NFC East. You got the Giants in last place in the NFC East. Max, who do you have winning this game?
Again, guys, it's a gut feeling. I haven't been betting against on my team, the Giants, because obviously they're terrible this year. I don't like Eli Manning. He's old, and he's not a mobile quarterback with a bad offensive line. The coaching has been iffy with him. Odell's, of course, going out to the public telling how bad Eli is, which I agree with. But all that being said, like you said, they played well against the Falcons, and it's kind of been our motto of this podcast so far, a tough loss. I think they understand how severe this game is. They're hungry. The Redskins, I think, could underestimate them a tad. I think they had an impressive game, so they realize who they are. But I'm sure going into this game, they see how bad their record is, how bad they've been playing. I have the Giants coming in hungry. I think Odell has a big game. They win this game at home over the Redskins.
Wow. Good call by you. But you ready for this one? This is kind of like my Detroit Lion game.
Okay.
It's not an upset. They have the better record. This is my 100% locked in.
Really?
Yeah. And you think, be like, well, this is a 50-50 game. This is a divisional rivalry game. All this being said, yes, I agree. I can go with a lot better record to a team. You got the Rams playing the Packers. You know, there's different games I can go to. But you ready? Oh, the Patriots are playing the Bills. That's 100% locked in. But this is why. I think the Giants are just done. I think Eli is over. Their season is toast.
Yeah.
And you ready for this one? I'm going on the limb right now. Week 8, the Washington Redskins will win the NFC East.
I don't even think that's crazy. I really don't.
I really do. Alex Smith is as steady as they come. Adrian Peterson's been running the ball. Their defense has been good. They've just been making enough plays to get by.
Yeah.
I know it's on the road. It's a divisional game. It's a rival. And I know this doesn't make sense. You'd be like, are you serious? You're 100% locking it in? Yes, I am. The Redskins are the better team on all levels. Redskins win 23-10.
It's crazy. It's crazy because it's crazy. The Redskins have almost flown under the radar because of all of the chaos in New York and Dallas, and then of course Carson Wentz coming back with the Eagles.
Yeah,
they've flown under the radar, and I don't think people are probably going to mock you in the locked-in community for saying that. I'm not. I don't think you're crazy. I really don't. But for this game, we are in a disagreement. I have the Giants. You have the Redskins. Seahawks, Lions. Oh, I'm sorry. You got something else?
Yeah, before that, there's 5 games, 3 disagreements, 2 agreements. I love this, Cuzzo. Take it away.
Okay, we have the Seahawks at Detroit, and we kind of talked about this before on air. We don't talk about who we think is like going to win. We just talk about tough games when we have trouble deciding.
Yeah, this is one of the toughest games of the week. They're both around 500.
Yeah.
Seattle's on the road, but take it away.
I'm going to go with Pete Carroll and Russell Wilson. I think he's the better quarterback. I think he's just Russell's so good off the fly, off script. He can make something out of nothing. And I think it'll be a close game. I'm going with the Seahawks over the Lions at Detroit.
Okay. I went in depth in it last week's Locked In Picks. One of the most underrated parts about the NFL is scheduling. I love Detroit the week before against the Dolphins because the Dolphins played an overtime game and Detroit came off a bye. This week, Seattle comes off the bye. And I know they're going, west coast to the middle to the northeast, but Seattle's off the bye. They will win this game.
What's so funny? I didn't even say anything. I'm in agreement with you.
I know. I just think that you don't like my schedule and outlook on life.
No, it makes sense.
Okay.
I'm not in disagreement with you. Trust me, I'll speak my mind.
Russell Wilson, the better quarterback. I like they were on a bye. Seattle wins.
I disagree with you about Russell Westbrook. I disagree with you about coffee sometimes. I'm not in disagreement about your scheduling idea. I'm not.
Thank you. Okay, here we go, guys. Bucks versus Bengals. Bucks just won an overtime game against the Browns. The Bengals just lost, got demolished by KC. Max, pick it first.
The Bengals are a tougher team at home. Like you said, a tough loss. The Buccaneers just came off an overtime game. They're exhausted, and they have to go to the Bengals. I'm taking the Bengals.
100% locked in. Bengals win.
Whoa. How many 100% locked-ins do you have here?
99% locked in. I got the Bengals.
Okay, you're confusing the public.
All right, guys, next game, Jets versus the Bears. Good game. The Bears almost just upset in New England. Sam Darnold on the road against a great defense. Max, who do you have?
A rookie quarterback who we love, Sam Darnold, on the road against an MVP candidate.
Khalil Mack
with a great defense. Even Mitchell Trubisky is playing pretty good.
He is.
So I'll take the Bears at home.
Totally agree with you. Another agreement. We're rolling, guys. Baltimore Ravens with one of the toughest losses of the week. Played great against the Saints. Missed an extra point. His first extra point miss in the history of Justin Tucker's career. Playing against the Carolina Panthers. 21 straight points in the fourth quarter against the Eagles. Ravens or Panthers? Max, what do you got?
You want me to take the floor again?
No, I want it.
I'll pass it back to you then.
This is another tough game. I have Baltimore winning. Hey, if there's kids listening to this, please, earmuffs. I think the Ravens are pissed off. I think they're upset.
That's bad?
Yeah,
you said way worse on this podcast than pissed off.
I think the Ravens are super hungry for a win. Same thing I said about the Steelers. They know they have to get W's to keep up in the AFC playoff picture. They will beat the Carolina Panthers.
In agreement. The Ravens,
okay.
We've been saying it all season, play up to the competition. I don't know if Joe Flacco just likes to play with the fans or not, but for some reason with good teams, he shows how good he is. Bad teams, he's sometimes inconsistent. I'm going with the Ravens as well. Another agreement.
Okay, here we go, guys. Colts versus the Raiders. Wait, breaking news. The Raiders just traded another player for another pick.
Yep.
So I got the Colts in this one. I don't want to go in depth. I think Andrew Luck's playing really great quarterback play right now. The Raiders are just a mess. I got the Colts beating them.
Yeah, and it's just about the locker room because the locker room has to be confused. It's like we went into this season, new coach, our quarterback's back and healthy.
High hopes.
Yeah, high hopes, and now not only do you have a terrible record, Khalil Mack gets traded, now Amari Cooper gets traded. I'm sure they're confused and upset and irritated. And like you just said, the better quarterback, Andrew Luck, I'm going with the Colts as well.
All right, a lot of agreements in a row. We got 4 games left. Maybe this will get tricky. This is one of your best picks earlier in the season. I remember you had the Cardinals beating the Niners. Max, the floor is yours again. The Niners go on the road to play the Cardinals once again.
And Josh Rosen does it again for the Cardinals at home. I think the rookie quarterback goes against the 49ers team without Jimmy Garoppolo and wins at home.
Totally agree, and you know why? Scheduling, Max. The Cardinals played last Thursday against the Broncos, and they got demolished on national TV. You love my scheduling.
This is going to be a theme now, I guess, huh?
It is.
It's true. I agree with it. It matters.
Yeah, they got their butt whooped on national TV on Thursday. They have more time. They have more practice. They're going to get locked in this week and up and beat the Niners.
I see what you did there. Now we go to the undefeated Rams against the Packers. Who do you have?
This is probably a circle game before the season. This is the
is.
Packers, Aaron Rodgers, the Rams, and Jared Goff. They play at 4:30 on Fox. This is one of the biggest games of the week, probably the best game of the whole weekend. I almost went with it. I'm not going to lie. I almost did.
Oh, man. Don't get fooled, Dave.
Yeah, the Rams are at home.
Yep.
Jared Goff's the quarterback.
Yep.
All their weapons are healthy. The Rams will win this football game.
Yeah, and you probably instilled this in me more than anybody. It's not about just one player scoring. It's about the team gelling together and playing like a unit, and the Rams are a better unit than the Packers, especially when Aaron Rodgers isn't 100%. This whole season he's been banged up. So it's not like he's just 100% with momentum and the team's on a roll because he's on a roll. He's been in and out, inconsistent, up and down, falling, frustrated.
Yeah, he hasn't been as good as Drew Brees or Patrick Mahomes or Jared Goff, and I know that's crazy to say. Aaron Rodgers has not been a top 3 quarterback this year.
I know. I'm surprised there's not torches at the studio window right now. Here we go. The Vikings versus the Saints. The Vikings are at home.
This is a Sunday night game, Max. We have 3 disagreements going into this game, so let's see if we disagree on this one.
You looked at my paper. Gosh darn it, you.
I did not.
This is a disagreement.
Okay.
The floor is yours. Go. Don't let me stop you now.
I got the Saints. There's 2 main reasons. 1, Drew Brees. 2, the last time they played was that crazy victory for the Vikings in the NFC playoffs, and I think the Saints have this game circled as a revenge game. This game means more to the Saints than it does the Vikings. My Super Bowl prediction before the year was Chargers-Saints. I'm not going to lie, guys, that looks pretty damn good right now. I'm really happy with my Super Bowl picks. I have the Saints winning this game 27-26.
And you're not crazy for thinking that, but I am in disagreement. The Vikings are at home, and it's something that we've both said. Drew Brees isn't in a dome. He's playing at the Vikings. It's a little different. And I'm not trying to take away from Drew Brees, but by all means, he definitely has had the support of playing in a dome. That definitely helps your stats and helps you throw. All that being said, you made some interesting points. I definitely think it may mean more to the Saints than the Vikings, but since it's not played at the dome at the Saints, Vikings at home, I'm going to take the Vikings. What is that, our 4th disagreement?
It is.
Let me mark it down.
It's been like that magic number, I feel like. It's been a 4 for us.
Okay, so we have the Texans, Dolphins. I just have a weird gut feeling with the Dolphins. You have the Texans.
I do.
I have the Jaguars. You have the Eagles.
Yeah, and that's a good one. I like that game a lot. That can go either way, but yes, I do have the Eagles.
For some reason, I have my Giants beating the Redskins.
That's my locked-in pick of the week. I've been pretty solid with this, guys. Put your money on the Washington Redskins to defeat the New York Giants.
And I have the Vikings. You have the Saints.
That's a great game. That's a coin toss game. 1 game left, Max.
My 100% locked in. Bet your 401k. Bet your life savings. Like you say, your kids' education. Everything that matters to you in life. Go to the Mega Millions and just turn in your ticket now.
Yes.
Because the Patriots are defeating the Bills. It wasn't the Bills that defeated them. It was the Bills that defeated them earlier in the season. Matt Patricia defeated Bill Belichick early this year.
That was the Lions. Matt Patricia's the coach of the Lions.
I'm mixing up with your damn Bills. All right,
okay,
here we go. Josh Allen, is he playing?
No, I was going to get to that. I think this is the biggest disparity in quarterback history for the NFL.
It is.
Tom Brady, the greatest quarterback of all time, playing still at this highest level. He could be the 2nd, 3rd best quarterback so far this season, against Derek Anderson, who they just literally signed 9 days ago. He played last week, threw 3 interceptions.
He was just playing at Atlantic.
He looked horrible. I just saw him at a Quiznos. It's crazy.
100% locked in. The Patriots are looking really good.
I know, there's going to be 5 straight wins for them. Everyone was off their wagon, right? Week 3, they were 1-2, but already this is going to be 5 straight wins. Yeah, I agree. This is 101% locked in.
Okay, a little off-script action.
Sure,
I think we should do a little, not power ranking, but we should do some Super Bowl rankings in the near future.
Oh. Saints and Chargers.
If you say no, you look like a bad guy, so you have to say yes. You're on the podcast.
Yes.
All right, guys, we do this every week. It releases every Thursday. If you disagree, you agree. You can reach us in a multitude of ways on all podcast platforms. You download, subscribe, Locked In. It has a comment section. You obviously leave the comment. Or if you like our Facebook page, you can join the community, Locked In with 2 N's, spaced. And we have a debate of the day every day. And if you disagree and think, Dave, you're an idiot. Max, you're just dumb. Why would you say the Giants? I can actually get this feedback back from you and we could debate. So, guys, we appreciate all the numbers, all the support. Dave, you showed me on the computer before we started recording. I can't believe it.
October is our #1 most downloaded month ever, and we still got another week to go, guys. We got a lot more content coming out. We have a special Halloween episode coming out next week. We thought August was our #1 month. Then September was our #1 month. October 2018 is our #1 month. Yeah, just simply thank you to all the fans, everyone that listens, downloads, subscribes. Please keep, hey, we're not stopping. We're not slowing down. Tell a friend, tell a family member, tell a neighbor, tell someone at school. And my last thing before, Max, I just want to say congratulations to Miss Taylor White, Miss Marvel. I just can't wait. The combat flyweight champion.
There you go. All right. A little personable action here, Dave. You always tell me, you know what, tell the people about your life.
Tell them.
So before I let you guys go, you have to listen to one last story. And we kind of debated about this, but I was in agreement with you. I was like, why are they keep making these Halloween movies? And you were like, yeah, I mean, at one point, how many times does Michael Myers try to kill this person?
This is like Halloween 19, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, let me just say one thing. I apologize to the people who made Halloween because that movie was great. I don't know what Pete White saw because I don't think he liked it. I loved it. And it took place, I'm not going to spoil anything because I'm sure Glenn Ludy will do a podcast on it. I think he already did.
He did. I can't wait to listen to it.
Yeah, it takes place right after the first movie, so it doesn't count all those other movies in between, which is amazing.
Okay.
And it makes sense, and it's not confusing. And it was one of the most disturbing movies. Like, it bothers me more like when it's like real serial killer stuff than like demonic people because it's like real. Like,
okay, kind of like
someone who's crazy can grab a knife and do this. Like, that's what freaks me out.
Okay.
Look, I'm telling you guys how I truly feel and what scares me. That's how much this means to me.
Wow.
And
speak to him, Max.
And it was a 2018 version of Halloween, like the first movie, how it creeped everyone out. That's how I felt it was here because it was gory and like obviously the effects are better in 2018. So like they showed so much more than I thought they would show. So I just want to say I have a habit of going to all these different movie theaters. I absolutely love it. And Halloween was amazing. So go check it out in theaters. I'm not in it. Dave's not in it, but it's worth the watch after you listen to the podcast.
And of course, and a quick plug, yeah, you mentioned Glenn Ludy. His podcast is called Geiger Cast. Really great content. Talks about movies bi-weekly. It's a great show.
Anyway, guys, download, subscribe, Locked In with 2 N's, any podcast platform. Dave, any last words?
No, sir. Don't drink and drive.
All right. And like always, stay locked in.